So our subject today is going to be about lying.
Never can tell the truth. You're so insincere, it's crazy, crazy. I don't know what the hell I've been doing here lately. Dealing with someone like you, giving you the time of my day. You're the precious time of my life.
To me, like, I always
like
thought, yeah, a little white lie isn't a bad thing, because sometimes, like, the truth isn't always a good thing. But that's what I used to think. But as I got older, I started to realise that that is not true. The truth is never debatable. So if someone knows the facts from the beginning, from the start, if you always are truthful with someone and honest, regardless if it hurts or not, at least they will always know your true feelings and how you feel. And that can never be debatable. Like, it is what it is. Lying to me in any ounce is always wrong. Like, there's no need for people to lie, because I feel like once you lie, then you start masking a lie and you start becoming someone who's always telling little white lies and stuff. And a lot of people like that are usually manipulators. It's easy for someone who's a liar to then turn into someone that's a manipulator, to someone that can be scheming, someone that can be deceiving. And it's not just a little white lie here and there, because all lies can be as bad as each other. Whether it's been someone's trying to cover that they stole something, whether it's, I don't care what it is, all lies reflect the same thing, because it's dishonesty. So no amount of lying is okay, whether it's small or not. And I wouldn't dismiss someone that has lied, and if I had to find out it was a lie, that's a problem. If you was honest about something and we came to like an agreement, and then I said some stuff, like, especially if you first meet people, a lot of people feel like they want to impress you, and it's okay to feel like that if you want to do that. But at least you have to be honest at some stage. The sooner the better. That, you know, this is it, this is all that there is. I'm sorry that I did this, but I did this because I wanted the no. It's not really okay to do that, but it's an understandable lie, because a lot of people feel like they have to do that. Especially for me, I've had a lot of situations where people unnecessarily say the most stupid things just to get my attention, and then they'll be like, no, it's not that, it's just because. I'll be like, yeah, I understand that, it's fine, but, you know, don't do that again. There's no need for that. Do you know what I mean? I don't come with intentions and what you need to be or how you need to be or what you need to have to talk to me. So I don't expect anyone to approach me like that. So if that is what you're thinking, it's not me that you're feeling that, it's just your own insecurities that you need to deal with, because someone should accept you for how you are. And if they can't accept you for who you are and how you are in that instance, then what's the point of even giving someone your time if they're not even going to accept you for who you are? Now, so no amount of lying is good. Honestly is the best policy, and even if it hurts sometimes, it is what it is. No one can ever say anything about you, because you'll always be honest. And it's why I just like being straightforward as well. It's so much of an easier life. If you've got nothing nice to say about someone, if you really don't like someone, you don't need to be lying in their face and acting like your friend or trying to deceive anyone or whatever. Just cut them out. Then you wouldn't need to lie. If you have to lie to mask something, I can't stand people that do that lie constantly. And they lie about people that then they act like they're friends to those people. But if you don't like them and they have all these problems and you're lying literally in their face that you're their friend when you're not, what kind of a person does that make you? Because it's just unnecessarily. Why would you go through the trouble of lying and masking lie upon lie when you can't stand someone, just to still talk to them and still be in their face lying that you're even their friend. Like, it doesn't even make sense. So much bitchy people like that in the world, and so much people that you can end up seeing that is like that. They'll lie about this, that they did this, that they got this, that they got that, and then you find out that it's nothing. That's what I mean. If someone confesses to you, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning I did lie and this, you could, it's different. But if you have to find out that stuff, I couldn't be with someone where I had to constantly keep finding out lies, because I've been in that situation with people before and it never equated to anything. That's why I've never had a good story to tell about anything from my past when I've seen people, because one lie ends up being another and another and another and another, and you start to find out so many things like, Jesus, like, what is the truth and what's not? How would you even know what is the truth and what's not? That's why, like, honesty is the best policy, and if people don't choose to accept that, then that's just their own business. Just keep it moving and keep it pushing. That leads me into talking about compromise. So, you see, when you're with people, yeah, or when you're starting to see someone or whatever, I feel like how I am and how you met me and how you see me, there's certain things, I mean, like, how do I describe this? Because you can request change, but it can't be a dramatic sort of request where they're changing their whole being just to please you, because you're not perfect. No one's perfect, and no one has a right to really request that type of nonsense. But like, for me, anytime I saw someone, I would always just say like what I wanted, and if you was going to provide that, and then the steps that you need to take for us to achieve if something's going to go somewhere. So I always make sure every single person I've ever spoken to always knows my intentions from the start, and what they choose to do with it from there is their own business, but you always know where I stand. Done. That's not a change. That is someone laying it out on the line, and if you either accept that or you don't. So if you choose to accept that, then you choose to accept my requirements, right? And I have a right to have requirements. You have a right to have requirements because you have standards. And when you set standards for yourself and you know your self-worth and you know what you deserve, you're not going to accept anyone come in with anything. So how you are, I'm accepting you for how you are, because you're accepting me for how I am. But just because I'm accepting you doesn't mean that you can come into my life with any bullshit. So of course I'm going to say what I don't like and what I expect from you. And that is not going to be a case of me trying to change you. It's called compromise. You compromise on that, and there'll be some things I'll compromise with, because when you're getting involved with people, you naturally compromise. You naturally go through a natural change. There's no way that you can be single and be the same person in a relationship. Like, it doesn't work. And if you're with people that have the same mentality that they have as being single in your relationship, it's never going to last. You're never going to be satisfied. You're never going to be happy, and you should actually leave, because why would I want to be with someone who's still thinking like a single person? You kidding me or what? There's definitely no future there. So no. There's gradual things that you need to start doing, because it's not just about you. In a relationship, it's about two people. That's it. You really do. Well, I understand when people are like, maybe I'm not ready, but you can't. It's not something that you can think about, because when you get yourself into a situation, it's just different. And you have to be prepared to be open to some sort of change. I can't stand people that get so stuck in their ways and they're not prepared to change anything, because life doesn't work like that. You naturally grow, and in your growth, we change all the time. We even change without acknowledging the fact that we change. So if you're not even acceptable and open to changing, to adjust to life with someone else, then it's just going to be a dead road. Who wants someone like that anyway? So I think compromise is something that a lot of people need to exercise, because you need to have an element of being open and being open to change. And a lot of people are so stuck in their ways, and then they go out seeking people with that mentality of being stuck in their ways, and they wonder why they get themselves in the same situations with the same people over and over and over again, because you're going to attract the same type of people. It's just going to be a different face and a different name. But if you're not going to be open to changing and maybe changing your ways, or just being open to being someone that is compatible to be with someone else, how do you expect anything to ever progress with anyone further beyond a certain point? Like, you have to make room in your life for there to be someone else. So change is a big thing, and you always have to be honest and don't lie, because once you start lying, it doesn't equate to anything. I would love to meet someone that told me that lying got got them to where they are, and if that is where they are, then that is not a nice place to be, because that means you got where you are, or got to who you're with, or whatever you've done in life. You've progressed to that point within being deceitful, and I don't know how anyone could have a happily ever after when they've progressed in their life being deceitful. You kidding me or what? There's no way. I don't care what I'd have to do. I wouldn't want that on my conscience, and I wouldn't want to be involved with someone who's deceitful either. So please. So yeah, no, don't accept anyone who is coming to you with lies and wants to justify it. I think if they are honest with their lies, then I think it's a different game. But if you have to find out someone's lying and you keep giving them chance after chance and forgiving every single time you're finding out they're a liar, that's just a fool on you, honestly. Like, it is a big fool on you, because it just shows what you accept and what you're going to allow for your own self. If someone can't be honest, regardless how horrible the truth is, you don't want someone like that, because someone like that will never have your best interest. Someone who's lying on my behalf is not having my best interest at heart. I don't want people around me who are going to be creeping around me and lying every ounce, even I'm asking them something or how they feel, because how am I meant to progress? How am I meant to be a better person if I don't even know if I'm doing something wrong, if I'm doing something right, and you just keep lying and masking a lie? You can't grow with people like that. You need people who are straightforward and honest. And sometimes, you know, you don't have to be a cruel person to be honest. It's the way you deliver, it's the way you say something. You can say anything to anyone, but it's the way that you express it and the way you say it. If you cannot master the art of saying something in a decent way where someone's not going to be offended, that's your own business, because that is just being a human person talking to another human that you care about. So please, there's not anything that you can't say to anyone. But yeah, and that just goes into two things that you shouldn't accept. You shouldn't accept that someone who's a liar, and you shouldn't accept someone that isn't able to adapt to change. And not only that, you should look at yourself as well and see how open you are to changing, and how open you are to being everything that you expect in someone else. Like, there's a lot of people that I've met in my life that moan about not only about changing people, but a lot of people moan about people not being honest, and like, oh, they did this and they do that and I can't be with someone like that. But a lot of those people have never even been honest either. So everything starts with you. You're only going to attract what you put out, and if you put out that type of energy and you're not even exercising what you expect or what you want, how on God's earth do you expect to be receiving anything of what you're asking for? It's not going to happen. You're going to get complete opposite. You want love, you get shit. This is what happens in life, you know. You've got to be careful. Put positivity out there. Put what you want out there. Try and be as honest as you can be, because everyone lies. Everyone lies. But they don't have to be detrimental to how you're. It doesn't have to be a characteristic. That's the difference. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'm gonna get back to my pretty little liars, and I will see you tomorrow. And I promise I'll see you tomorrow. I promise. Right? Right?